Hey, my name is Brianna and I am so excited to be shooting my first bump date for this pregnancy. So this is baby number 2. I currently have a 16-month-old named Landon. So they will be right over 2 years apart because the due date for this little one is May 7th as of right now. And it's kind of interesting to compare this pregnancy to my first, because even though I was not doing YouTube updates, I did write a blog called Little One. So I'm sort of referring to this pregnancy and this baby as Little 2, since it's the second pregnancy and the second baby for our family. So it's interesting because, again, I started blogging around week 6 or 7 for my son Landon. So for this baby, it's interesting that, you know, we had been TTCing, and I did take a pregnancy test about 3 days after my missed period. And I should say I actually took one the day after my missed period and it was negative. So for all of you TTCers out there, wait, pray, and you know that negative could turn into a positive just a few days later. So I did test Wednesday night, so I should have got my cycle Sunday. I tested Monday with first morning urine, had a negative. Then by Wednesday, hadn't gotten it yet, and my girlfriend, who's also on a TTC journey, was like, you know, if you've now been 3 days late, take one tonight. So I took one, saw a really faint line, sent it to her. She's like, I totally see something too. So the next morning, took it with first morning urine, and there was a definite darker line, and sent it to her and was kind of like, oh my God, this is now feels so much real than it did even the night before. And then Friday with my husband, so at this point, 5 days late, took a digital, and it did confirm. It was 2 weeks after I ovulated, and according to my pregnancy app, I'm using OVO right now. I used that before I got pregnant too, like the OVO fertility app, just to track my cycle. It's saying today I would be 4 weeks and 6 days. So sorry this update is a little late, but I wanted to kind of capture this moment and go over just the symptoms that I'm having and everything, so that this pregnancy journey is captured like the first one was on my blog. So I'm gonna go through kind of like everything I did on my blog before, and I'll do it every week for these pregnancy updates to kind of compare and contrast symptoms and hopefully help you out there if you're on a pregnancy journey as well, or if you're TTCing and this will be your first baby and you want to know what to expect. I'll kind of go through and I'll do a bump shot, and I probably will add in what my bump shot was last time. I won't have one for this week, but once I started doing it, I'll add in the bump shot so you can compare what I looked like last pregnancy and this pregnancy. Okay, so total weight gain. Obviously I haven't had any yet, but I started at 122 pounds. Not wearing maternity clothes yet, even though I am really looking forward to maternity pants because they're way more comfortable than regular pants. No stretch marks yet. Definitely sleepy. I had a little bit of difficulty sleeping last night. I just didn't feel comfortable and was trying to, I hate it because they tell you to try to sleep on your side when you're pregnant, and I'm not a side sleeper. I'm much more like, I actually sleep on my belly, so it was hard for me last night because I was trying not to sleep on my belly, and that's all I wanted to do. Best moment this week, the pregnancy test, finding out and telling my husband, and it's been really exciting to call Landon Big Brother and just think about all of the fun, exciting changes that are coming up for our family. Miss anything. So there has been some pretty serious transitions going on in our life, and I was a little bit disappointed that I couldn't celebrate with champagne this week. So I did miss having champagne, but my husband was really sweet and he actually picked up the Welch's sparkling, so that was nice that I sort of at least had my carbonated fix. Movement, nothing yet. Food cravings. So I don't know if this is necessarily a craving yet, but I'm just more thirsty than anything. Like, I want something to drink all the time. In fact, even since the time I started this video, I had something to drink right before, like I'm already thirsty again. So I feel like my mouth is just really dry and I constantly want water or juice or milk or something. Anything making you queasy or sick. Nothing yet. There are definitely though things that I dislike that I remember from my last pregnancy. I don't like seafood or fish, and when I would smell them, it would make me like instantly feel sick. So that is probably likely just to get exacerbated since your sense of smell peaks during pregnancy. Gender. So this is kind of funny. So I feel like it's a boy already. We'll see if I'm right or wrong. But the morning I took the pregnancy test, and I had not shared the news with my husband yet because I was trying to think of a fun way to reveal it to him. He came in our bedroom after like I'd already been up, obviously taken the test, and was getting ready, and he's like, I had some crazy dreams last night. And I was like, really? What did you dream about? And he said he had a dream that Landon had a twin, but the twin didn't live with us. And that he's like, and it was kind of weird. It seemed smaller than Landon. It was just like, oh, that's really weird. But I totally feel like that was his daddy sense saying another one's coming. And obviously if it looks just like Landon, it's another little boy. So I just have a feeling it's going to be a boy too, but we'll see, maybe that will change. Labor signs, obviously nothing yet, thank God. Symptoms. So I definitely had breast engorgement and tenderness. I feel like that's one of the first things. It's interesting, I have a bit of a cold right now, so sorry if I sound nasally, I am a little bit congested. But I still feel like I'm smelling things, which is like what's so weird, because normally when you're congested you can't smell a thing, and I'm still picking up on some smells, so that's a little weird. Definitely frequent urination. I'm like running to the bathroom every hour it feels like, which is so annoying. I feel like the week before this I felt like I was getting some acne, but I feel like it's kind of gone away now. And I have just felt like some weird, I don't know if I'd say it's stretching yet, but almost just like weird twinges or pain in like the front of my abdomen, as well as my lower back has felt really, really sore. So I feel like everything's probably trying to get in the right location that it's supposed to for pregnancy, because I know everything internally kind of gets all moved around. My belly button is still in. It stayed in, I think, pretty much the entire pregnancy with Landon. It stretched out for sure, but I don't think it ever actually like popped out or anything. But I remember thinking like, oh my God, my belly button looks like it's really stretched at certain points. Wedding ring still on. Happy or moody most of the time. Honestly, like I have been so happy. Again, we've had some serious life changes this last week. So transitioning, you know, it could be really scary, but it's not. I'm so happy. I feel like all of this was clearly God's plan. Like he wanted this baby at this time, and that is why all of these transitions and changes in our life happened. And this is just another sign from God that it was like the right decision. It's the right direction to go for our family. My husband and I had done so much thinking on it. I'd done so much praying on it, and I just feel like this is him saying like, this is what you're supposed to do, and you know, focus on your family and being a mom and growing your family, and that's your purpose at this point in your life. So I'm really, really grateful and thankful. I will say though, this morning I was a little tired just because I got a bad night's sleep and was a little snippy with my husband, and I feel really bad for that. I need to really, you know, check my hormones, because you can't help it sometimes. Like sometimes your hormones just put you in this place where you're like, ah, don't touch me, don't talk to me, I don't want to hear anything. Like, I don't know, it's bad. So I will pray and work on my patience too. Looking forward to. So we made the first doctor's appointment. I cannot wait for that appointment. I did get a little nervous though, because the nurse on the phone when I booked said they don't actually book you for an ultrasound. They decide there if you should have one or not. And I feel like I'm looking forward to that so much, because last time that's when I saw, you know, Landon for the first time, and I saw his heart beating, and I'm obviously already so connected to this baby, just already knowing like what to expect with Landon. Like I'm instantly envisioning, okay, what room in our house, or how would I do the nursery, or what are we going to do? Like you instantly, your life changes as soon as you see that positive pregnancy test result. But there's something really special about seeing that heartbeat and seeing that little tiny being growing in your belly in the ultrasound. So that made me a little bit nervous. I'm really gonna hope that the doctor will say, yes, go for the ultrasound like that day. They said that we would go right from the appointment to the ultrasound if she requested it. So I'm hoping she requests it so we get to see our little one. And it's kind of crazy because I even called our insurance company and they're like, yes, we cover our first, second, and third trimester ultrasound. So I don't know. Oh, that makes me a little bit nervous, but hopefully we'll get to see this little too when we go to the doctor. It's going to be right around 8.5 weeks. They won't take you until 8 weeks for the first appointment. So yeah. And more than anything, like, I just cannot wait for my belly. I like thought having a belly was kind of fun the last go around, and I can't wait for kicks. And I also just can't wait for Landon to again see that visual that there is going to be a brother or sister joining him, even though I'm pretty sure it's a brother. So we'll see. But thank you so much for watching this video. If you are either pregnant or on a TTC journey, let me know where you're at in the comments below so that we can connect and so that I can pray for you wherever you're at in this journey, because I feel like more than anything, that's why YouTube and the mom and TTC community here is so wonderful, is because people are so supportive and so willing to say, I'll pray for you, or send good thoughts and positive vibes your way, or I'm going through that too, here's what helped me, or I've been there before, here's what happened to me, or here's what I did, or here's the advice I got. So hopefully as these updates continue every week, we can keep it positive in the comments below and support one another. That's even the whole reason I started my YouTube to begin with, was because when I was pregnant with Landon, I found it so comforting to watch different moms' pregnancy updates, so that I felt like there was somebody else out there going through what I had been going through that week, who had the symptoms I'd gone through that week, to see their belly and feel like, okay, I'm at a normal spot this week. Because I think pregnancy can be filled, especially your first pregnancy, can be filled with so many questions and wonderings of, is this normal? Is this okay? Am I doing what's right for me and my baby? And that's why I feel so compelled to share this pregnancy journey with all of you. So I hope this can be really positive and stay really supportive and uplifting for everyone. Okay, so I'm sure you're wanting to see the belly shot. So I'm not gonna lie, I already had lunch, so there might be a food baby next to my actual baby too, so sorry. Okay, so there's this side. Here's like the front, that side. There you go. So there you go, that's 4 weeks. Thank you again so much for watching this video. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe so that you can follow the rest of this pregnancy journey. Bye guys.